Fun new problem with the Mercedes. Yesterday it decided not to start, so when you twist the key it just goes click, and then it holds it for 5 seconds and then it releases it. So you can hear the click of the starter, which is down on this side of the engine. I'm just gonna leave the phone right here while I go and try and crank it. It's not a dead battery. I checked the voltage yesterday. It was at 12.4. This is the starter battery. The consumer battery is in the right rear section of the trunk. So I'm gonna give the starter motor a smack with this and see if that changes anything. There's not a lot of room to swing the hammer, so I'm not getting like a good whack on it. That doesn't even sound like I'm hitting a starter motor. It sounds like I'm hitting a heat shield. This probably isn't going to do anything. I can't smack it hard enough. Not a good way to get like an extension down in there to whack it. Just so you guys know, I tried. I am hooking up a good booster pack, and it's not going to start with that either. It wants me to cycle the key. Click. Nothing. And then unclick. It had been starting slowly, or sometimes it would do the click and then it would take a second or two of a pause and then the engine would crank over, or it was just cranking funny, and like there was a hiccup probably for the last 2 or 3 weeks. I guess I had some hints that something was up with the starter motor, but anyway, I'm gonna have to see if the contacts that the starter solenoid is supposed to bridge, that then sends current and power to the DC motor itself, or maybe I've got a winding inside of the motor and it has landed on that motor winding, and that's why it won't crank right now. Maybe sounding like the starter motor is gonna have to come out for bench testing and diagnosis. Well, I finally figured out the issue with the starter motor and starter system, I guess I would say. And long story short, this negative terminal here, it's an aftermarket one. It just has this wire that goes through here and to a grounding post right there. And it's not the factory one. It's got like aluminum over copper stranded wire. It is pretty thick. I think it's flowing plenty of current through there, but all this rust right there, that had been flipped over, and I just decided not to try and clean it up on that side. It was easier to clean up the other side, and then the terminal itself, I took over to a wire wheel, cleaned all that up, and ever since I did that, it starts frickin' amazing. So wasn't the starter motor, wasn't the battery, wasn't the charging of the starter battery. It was just some corrosion right there from a aftermarket battery terminal clamp. Let's see how it starts now that that ground cable is fixed.